Hi, I'm Amit Ben, founder and CEO of OneAI. OneAI enables developers and product managers to easily embed language AI in their product. No training or data needed. We provide NLP as a service for developers. Available through API, our language skills package trained NLP model to optimize for concrete product use cases. You can input any text, apply our language skills, and get structured data you can use for both operational and analytical use cases. Now let's see how it works in our Language Studio. The Language Studio provides a visual interface to experiment with our language skill APIs and quickly generate the API calls to use in your product. To get started, place your text in the text input box on the left. We will start by extracting entities from this article by dragging the entity skill from the library to the pipeline and clicking Run Pipeline. You can immediately view the output metadata on the output panel on the right, with full details on the table below. As this article is a bit long to read, let's summarize it. I will add the summarize skill to the pipeline and the entity skill on top of that. Let's run the pipeline and see the results. Now, the output includes the original entities from the original article text, plus the summarization skill added the summary with entities extracted from that summary, all in a single pipeline execution. Summary length was automatically selected by our AI, but you can change that manually if you need to. Add more skills to customize your pipeline. For example, the topic skill allows you to get topics from articles. Once you're happy with the results, the API call appears in the generated code panel on the bottom left. Write in the framework of your choice. Copy-paste it into your project, and that's it. You have deployed your language AI into your product. You can share the pipeline you have built with friends and colleagues by clicking the Share Pipeline button and sending the copied generated code via email or the sharing tool of your choice. Now let's try and process a conversation. I am placing a real transcription of a sales call in the input box. As you may know, transcriptions are hard to read, not only due to transcription quality issues, but also because free-form spoken language is very messy. People make mistakes, grammatical errors, and repetitions. They use fillers like ums and you knows. So we will start with the transcription enhancer skill that proofreads transcriptions. Now that the conversation is reader-friendly for both human and AI models, it's a good time to summarize it. We will throw in entities for good measure. Now, our pipeline enhances the conversation and then feeds the enhanced text to the summary skill, finally extracting entities from it. You can see in the input panel that our summary skill also identifies the references it used in the original text to create the summary. For example, this last sentence, agent will call prospect at Friday 1 p.m., appears fragmented at the end of the conversation. You can call me on Friday, says the prospect, and then the agent references that the call should take place at 1 p.m. Finally, they agree. And the result is integrated into a very readable format with all of the data extracted for ease of use in your product. These reference spans are also included in the API output. We can enrich this pipeline, for example, by starting with anonymization and also extracting emotion and keywords. Let's finish with a final example of analyzing a chatbot conversation. We will use emotion, sentiment, and of course summarization and entities. In this example, you can see that the user was angry at the chatbot for making a mistake. Later, as the chatbot was able to recover, the user became happy. Use this pipeline to identify issues in your chatbot deployment, contact center sessions, email customer support, and so on. It's a good time to explain that our language skills are built on ensembles of both proprietary and specialized, optimized open source models to make sure you get production-grade, consistent results in your product. Our pipeline API automatically applies the appropriate models based on your input. For example, when we summarize an article, sales call, and a chatbot conversation, we seamlessly execute different models behind the scenes. These are trained for these very different and specific use cases to get good, high-quality results. There are more skills to experiment with, like extracting articles from HTML pages, clustering documents, and more. Find the right language AI pipeline for your product on studio.oneai.com.